Hey, Karate Atlanta Tequila, how you guys doing today? This is Mr. Van Eck going through some of the high rank training. In the last video we talked about, we're testing this week. We're almost finished with testing. I'm sure you guys are looking for some sneak peek material that you guys can start practicing as high ranks. I know some of you guys have done this form, these moves before. Some of you guys have not. This is a great transition from if you just finished doing Song on 4. It's got some of the same movements in there. It's also got some cooler moves in there, in my opinion. So some good combinations that you can mix up for sparring, some good techniques. Most of them shouldn't be too new for you guys until the second half of the form. So we'll get to that more a little bit later. But right now we're gonna review some of just those basic moves for in-wall 1. That way you guys will be ready to go. And most of you guys have all already done double water form blocks before. And in wall 1, we make those double blocks, we make them knife hand blocks. And the main reason going from a closed fist, making a strong block, to an open hand to block is you can block and immediately without having to open your hand, you should be able to block and then grab so you can get a firm grip to attack your opponent. And that's kind of the things that happens in wall 1 right in the beginning of the form. All right, so we have our double knife hand blocks, same as our double water form blocks when I'm practicing without a stance, just working on my hands. My palm goes to my ear, my other hand is straight down, and I want to make sure I snap and block all the way across. Same thing for the other side, chamber, boom, snap and block. So whether you're a high rank student or you're an adult doing this new high rank form, we'll really make sure working on having a straight line, and then the last moment you're going to snap and block, put those arms into place. Straight line across, rotate those wrists right from here, boom. All right, even for our black belt students, they work on making that rotation, boom, right from the beginning. All right, so we want to work on engaging those muscles and trying to create that definite snap and definite endpoint for that double knife hand block. That one's easy, helps us prepare for some of the next couple strikes too. The next strike in the form, which is a little bit new for everyone, is an elbow strike. So easy way to practice the elbow strike is make sure you have your hand out. I like to imagine like I'm grabbing someone and then I can use my elbow to smash across them. And for an elbow strike, I can either have my hand up protecting me, or I want my elbow to be flat. I want my elbow to come down. We can do that later. That's not really the way it's done in the form. I can do that for maybe mixed martial arts or for some self-defense. But I want to try to make sure my elbow is flat. Now if you see, I'm using my hip to rotate that elbow across in the target. So if I'm doing my form, it would go double knife hand block and elbow strike to make the elbow strike really strong. And it's good to practice the elbow, whether I'm catching my hand or doing the other side. So a good way is work on that rotation. This is one of the easiest, strongest board breaks you guys can do to really generate power, but you can only do that by using your body to help rotate. So I would recommend trying at least 10 on each side, going elbow strike or going here when you're smacking your hand. Eventually your hand's gonna get tired though. So 1, and make sure that rotation, boom, comes with that power. Big rotation, using your hips, your ankle, everything. Same thing on the other side. Keep that hand up too. I don't want to slice down. I don't want to slice up. I want it to go right across. Elbows. Boom. So we have our double knife hand block. We have the elbow strike. Those are mainly the newer ones. We have a couple blocks that as we get to the second half of the form, where it gets a little tricky, that's where we'll be adding some new stuff for you guys. Right now, focusing on those open hand blocks, those elbow strikes for our hands, and then of course, we have some kicking combinations in this form that are a lot of fun. They're really good for sparring. I love using this one all the time. So just coming off from Song on 4, if you guys did Song on 4 last time, you're working on using that reverse side kick. For in wall 1, I'll do it facing this way. We're not gonna go round kick, reverse side kick. We're gonna take our back leg, and I'm gonna bring it over them. This can be if I'm sparring, if I'm in close range, I wanna use it to bring it over them, landing in front, and then, boom, reverse side kick. All right, and then we're gonna add a different elbow at the end. So we have inner crescent kick, reverse side kick, and as I put that foot down, I'm gonna strike with my back elbow. I'm not trying to go up with it. I'm trying to do the same thing, keep it level. Instead of going forward, I'm coming with the spin, boom, with my back elbow. All right, so doing it towards the camera, we have bring that leg up and around, straight leg, pivot through with my hips, reverse side kick, boom, back elbow. Hitting them again, not with the bony part of the elbow, but with the meaty part. All right, and that's actually the first couple moves of our form, where our form would start to the left side. When I look, go double knife hand block, elbow strike, adjust, inner crescent kick, reverse side kick, and back elbow. So you got the first couple moves there. A lot of moves to work on. Those forward elbows, those back elbows, open hand blocks, elbow strikes, and back elbow strikes. A lot of fun stuff to work with. Second thing is coming up for our weapons, you guys should have double nunchucks. If you only have one nunchuck right now, that's okay. You can work and practice with both hands, but the double nunchuck drills is really working on coordination. And you should know to hold them at the top, not the bottom. Holding on the bottom is a big no-no, but holding them at the top, all we're gonna work on first is just double arm swings. Going up and down, and doing them together, trying to make sure we have good control. It's not whacking me in the back of my head. My elbows are up and out, almost like I'm showing my muscles. Easy to go up and down. Next level is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna start one up and down to alternate. Back and forth. It's important to find a rhythm. I don't wanna just go all crazy types of speeds because then I'm not gonna be able to maintain that. I wanna have a rhythm where they should both be hitting my body, different parts, but at the same time. All right, next level, so we're gonna take those spins that we did. We learned how to spin, where I can spin them both forward towards the camera, or I can spin them both away from the camera. All right, when I bring them up, I wanna make sure I can go spin down, where it's under my arms, and spin up. So I go together, up and down, working on those spins, and make sure you start slow. And then as you get some more control, you get a little more comfortable, you can start speeding up and start to really challenge yourself how fast you can go. All right, which this is pretty good. The next one gets really crazy because we're gonna add our alternating swings and we're gonna add our arm swings. So the best way to learn that is do it one at a time. Go one arm down, one arm up, one arm down, one arm up, and practice that a couple times. And there's no real secret on how to do this drill. You just have to make sure you take your time, have good patience and persistence, because it is hard. So now, once I get that down, I feel pretty comfortable with both arms. I'm gonna put one up and one down. I'm gonna try to spin and go back. I gotta make sure both nunchucks spin. So I'm going slow right now, trying to have them spin at the same time. If this is too hard yet, I go back to alternating. Alternating one, alternating two, and as I get better, I should be able to put them together. All right. And our last double nunchuck drill for right now is working on doing continuous double triangle strikes. So to do continuous double triangle strikes, you have to be able to do broken double triangle strikes first, which broken is easy. It's just one arm at a time, just like we just did with our alternating spinning drill. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, finish 1, 2, 3. This should be super easy. You should be able to do this fast. And if you notice, only one arm is moving at a time. That's why we call it broken. Now, when we start to add both, it's gonna go 1, 2, and as this arm comes up, the other arm starts the next strike. Boom, 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 boom. And as you guys can start to hear in the camera, once I quiet for a second, you'll be able to hear a rhythm of da 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 da. If you can hear that rhythm, you're doing it right. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I'll get a little closer so you guys can hear it too. All right, once I get this down, I can start to go a little faster. You can hear the rhythm speed up. You start to add spins. And of course, the spins are gonna change the rhythm a little bit. All right, and last fun one to practice is working on a trap, strike, and trap again. All right, give you guys lots of stuff to practice. So remember, you have your form in wall one. From the moves in the form, you have your double knife hand blocks to work on, that elbow strike, a back elbow strike. You have that inner crescent kick, reverse side kick combo. All right, lots of stuff. That's most of the first 10 moves of the form. So make sure you guys work on doing that on both sides. And for the form, I'll do one way facing the camera, one way facing away so you can follow. But if I step out, start to the left side, in wall one, look, double knife hand block, elbow strike, inner crescent kick, reverse side kick, back elbow strike. Facing the back so you can follow, going to the left, double knife hand block, elbow strike, readjust, inner crescent kick, boom, reverse side kick, back elbow strike. So lots of stuff to work on. Can't wait to see you guys get that sneak peek and keep training.